That's a great beginning. Let's get it. Let's get it on. Oh, my back. What is up? Hope everybody's doing good. Let me get the technology of it ready. This again is the level of technological sophistication we're working with. Mic on the glasses. Today is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday, February the 11th. Welcome to Arts of the Round Table. My name is Mello. As my dog sneezes in the background. You know what to do? You know what to do, Quill. You want to say hi? Come here, Quill. He's camera shy. Come. Come on. He said, nah, you'll go kick rocks. Go kick rocks, Pops. All right. I got a couple of things going right now on and off screen. Here, let me put on. This is a new music channel that I found on YouTube. The info is on my horizontal stream. Move this over. We get comfortable. Move my camera. I might get some. I'm backlit, as you can see, so I might be a little bit dark on camera, but we are. You're not here to see me anyway. We're gonna finish this up. This is the Blade Spawn crossover cover. That doesn't exist. We're gonna make it exist. My first Prismacolor pencil is finally bit. I think that's hilarious. I'm gonna keep this souvenir. But I think we are ready. Move my garbage. I'm sorry, guys, gals. So what I'm doing is for February, for Black History Month, I am drawing and doing. Well, I started out just drawing a comic book, black comic book characters. I started with Black Panther, Misty Knight, and then I did a fake crossover cover with the Green Lantern and Steel. This one here. So I'm gonna continue that that momentum of doing these type of fake covers. I got this pin on it, so Black Panther. This is inked and ready to get painted. I'm doing a bunch of these before I start inking more and painting more. So that's what we're doing. I think my Misty Knight is in here. I'm actually working on two separate things. Talk about this one a little later. But for now, this is what we're working on. I might have to close my shades so that we won't get that blinding light. Anyway, I started this yesterday, and I didn't do much after the stream. I was kind of having mixed questions. Hey, Dagger, wink right back at you. So I am just going to. I was overthinking and second guessing myself with this Blade character, this Blade pose. I'm just gonna leave it as is because I'm kind of digging it. If anything, I could always scooch it over in Photoshop after I scan it. So as you can see, I got some ghosted marks here for think I was going to put a sword on him, stuff like that, but I decided not to. So I'm going to do just kind of like effect merging off of his skin, and that's it. And we're gonna boot bump our way through. It'll be cool. What I'll do is it'll be as if Spawn's cape, the tendrils of his cape, are wrapping around his arms. And Blade don't like it. I kind of like those spontaneous ideas. I was when I tell you I was thinking too much, I'll show you in a moment. But doing it this way, being kind of free about it, this is still part of the cape. I can enjoy. Cape, cape. This is open. All right. I hope you guys are having a good day. Arm, arm. And then red cape. Should be a chill day today. I'm actually doing a couple of things, like I said, off screen over here. Over there. I'm watching Chuck Gibson inking, digital inks. It's an amazing inker. You've definitely seen his work on years ago, Wildstorm, and currently doing stuff right now for Rob Norton. But I'm checking out his stream, supporting our fellow artists. So really, for today, all I'm going to do is just tighten up these lines, clean it up as much as possible, and go to town. Sheesh, official. Sheesh. I like that name. Is it? No, I'm putting too much emphasis on the first part. Sheesh. Sheesh. Official. Anyway, how you doing? Am I on screen all right? Oh no. Okay, we good. We good. I feel like this pencil sharpener is really good, but I feel like it's eating this Prismacolor pencil a little too much. And this sharpener is a little cleaner, softer on the lid. But we'll use them both. All right. Thank you, Dagger. I sound clear. Appreciate it. I don't know how this is going to work, but let's do it. It doesn't take too much off. Yeah, like I said, today's going to be pretty cool, pretty chill. I'm going to tighten up the lines on the figure, reinforce the lines on the cape, erase some of these guidelines that I have going on. And that's it. Kind of lose myself in the line work, and then really figure out what's going to be the next project. I really shouldn't be thinking that far ahead, considering I'm still doing this. But nobody here to tell me what to do. All right. All right. Yeah, so that's basically what we're going to work on today. And if you guys have any questions, just shout them out. Make sure if you do appreciate the work, hit that like. If this is your first time here, appreciate you coming through. Let's make it happen. Put these on for a couple of reasons. This has some padding on the bottom here, and this will put blue pencil, which I already have a little bit of it on here, on my hand. All right, everything's in everything is in view. I might have to move this camera down a little bit, just because there's a lip here, and I don't want to be inadvertently hit that and get wrecked. All right, here we go. This is his arm. I'm looking at reference for Spawn's costume. No. For the rewatch crew, Dagger 528 asks, what kind of pencil am I using? I am using a Prismacolor blue. Is it upside down? No, Prismacolor blue. Let me see. Sorry. It won't focus. Prismacolor, Prismacolor, cold erase, meaning color erase. You could erase some. Number 20044 blue. And it gives you this light blue. All right. Wonder if Spawn gets tears on his cape because of all of the spikes. Your boy's back is hurting today. One thing that I've been picking up from looking at other artists is reinforcing the lines. I spent a lot of time painting my artwork lately, and I won't emphasize the line too much because I'm either going to ink over it or paint over it. And because I'm thinking more in line of the comic book. Thank you, Dagger. Appreciate you. What was it? Oh yeah, because I'm thinking in line of comic books. I'm trying to tighten up my line work here and emphasizing the lines in case people want to look at it or ink over it. Let me move that over so you guys can see. But yeah, let's get to it. You finished? Awesome. But yeah, like I was saying, I was watching Chuck Gibson. He just finished his stream right now, or maybe a few minutes or so ago. But just watching him work and just the industry information that he has and the knowledge of all the years from all the years of doing professional work. You just end up learning a lot. It's one of those streams that you just it benefits you to just be quiet and listen, be quiet and watch. And I remember in a previous stream he was going through. He's a worker, he's a professional, so he'll be quiet while he works, and he'll apologize for it. And I'm like, don't bother apologizing. All right, I think I can make just some atmospheric effect to go into the cape. I'm just gonna do lines right now. One of the things I've been studying is just when it comes to effects, doing line work and looking at comics and how it was done there. You gotta know why you're doing it. Don't just do it because you're seeing it done. Figure out why. And I'm going to use that to give form to the cape. I don't know if that works. I don't want to give him a halo or anything. I'm trying to give him aura here. That's what I'm going to try to do. And I did it again. I'll be putting my phone here so I can record, and I never do. Make sure I'm not giving you guys my password. So that by drawing in the shade here, the form, I'm gonna draw it in later, like this. I'm purposely making his wings look torn and bat like and leathery. The story I have in my mind is that there has been a vampire sighting, and Blade is there to investigate in this crossover. Turns out it's Spawn. Or is it? I'm going to make this side of the cape thicker so it'll push Spawn further back. Usually, if you're gonna messing with line weight, the closer the object is to the viewer, front layer, the thicker the lines. But I want to make sure that they are sloppy. And Blade's line work is going to be thicker because he's in the foreground, full foreground. This cape is going to be thicker. If you guys can see that. I'm just trying to add a little bit of a spice to this cape. Doo, 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 doo. I'm gonna. I almost feel like I should wrap the whole arm, but Blade wouldn't let that happen. So to make that flow work, I'm going to move some of these lines. I may not have to. I think we'll be fine. Never mind. I think what ends up happening is that it might get lost. So because it's in pencil, this effect might get lost until the inks and the paints come in. So I got to make sure that it becomes readable. Let's keep working on top, and then we'll move downwards. That should work. Continue that line. Yeah, spikes here. I'm not gonna go too elaborate with the spikes. I think just enough. For the rendering, for the shading, I'm gonna do on sponge figures. Just gonna be a lot of feathering because I want it to seem as if a sinewy, if that's the right way to pronounce it. So you'll just see a lot of muscle tendrils. And hopefully it visually sells. I think it will. The hardest part will probably be trying to maintain the light source, but it seems to be okay so far. So far. I'm not trying to make it the anatomy look realistic. I'm not looking at anything like that. I'm just kind of going with it. But as long as you can see the serrated lines, I think your mind will put it together. And what I'll do is I'll try to emphasize the dark parts when it's done. Savvy. Ike. Ike's Design. How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you pop up. Yes, I hear you. And I'm doing well. I'm glad you're doing well. And I totally can relate to being well, but tired. You've been busy. Yeah, you're coding, correct? Hey, Philip Michael. Coding. Yeah, but like the last piece you put out was really good, man. With the markers. Was it? Did it feel good to go back? Oh, and oh, thank you, uh, Philip Michael. If I haven't introduced you to Ike, Ike is an amazing artist, and I would behoove you, man, to check out his channel, check out his work. I probably should look at some anatomy pictures, but eh. Oh man, you can't hurt The money makers out of commission, man. You can't do that. Well, I pray for a speedy recovery, brother. And yeah, I don't know. Hey, listen, the tool can be used the to suit us. Lately on your work, have you just gone straight to the inks? I think you have been, right? Just no underdrawing. Philip, the best story of an ambidextrous artist who wasn't ambidextrous was Frank Frazetta. Frank Frazetta is right-handed. He had a stroke, so he lost nerve. He had some nerve damage on his painting hand. Homeboy learned how to just paint with the left. uh, he couldn't. He couldn't leave any talent, man, in the world for some anybody else. He just took it all. Yeah. Like in that challenge of going straight to ink, it's something else. The nerdy artist. How are you? What in God's heavenly fingers? This is incredible. That is what a compliment. Well, I did get a haircut. No, I'm kidding. Thanks, man. This is a anybody know Fonzie? Um, a Blade Spawn crossover. Just messing around. Philip says Rosetta the goat, but I didn't know that yet. Not surprised. I see artists, so in my what I say, I see artists, so just in outline sketch, then render the whole thing with ink pen. Yeah, yeah. They'll do a quick pencil pencil and go right into inks. The there's certain times that can be done if the idea is fully rendered in your mind. I think it's totally possible. I gotta make sure that the line to his cowl is thick enough to cross over, so we'll know that his face is inside, hidden inside, and maybe with some shading. But his face is gonna be mainly black, I think. Did they change the color scheme to Spawn? I think when he first came out, there was a lot of blue, but I think they kind of like hit it to make it seem like it was it was highlights of black. But then I've seen some images of Spawn where he's just completely black. Philip said that's got to come with a lot of experience. Honestly, though, surprised this character crossover hasn't been done at least. I don't think it's been done either. So I'm gonna sue. No, I'm just kidding. I'll take full credit if in a few years it comes out. And people be like, who? Mel who? And here's something else that I thought was interesting that Spawn the movie came out in 97 and Blade the movie came out in 98. So it officially made Spawn, I think, the first black superhero to have his own full length movie, theatrical movie. But I don't know. Uh, Blank Man wasn't a comic creation, and neither was Meteor Man. And I don't remember what year those movies came out. Ike, yes, I am planning to ink and then eventually paint these. Um, I've been doing a lot of drawing lately. Almost trying to get it out of my system. Um, I jokingly mentioned to somebody I'm going to try to draw as much as I can until I before the artist block kicks in. But yes, I would love to. Medium, heck yeah, you got to give props to Medium Man. Where are they? So I can't find my Misty Stone. I must have it. I think it's in here because I erased the arm. Ah, there it is. Okay. So these are the ones that I've done so far. Let's show them in order. Bop, 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 bop. We don't need these. And even the ones like these are specific for kind of like themed for Black History Month. The ones that I'm working down there, but these are ones that I'll eventually ink. My Juggernaut, my Stay Calm and Resist poster. This was based off of the Super Bowl. The Jiwaro from Puerto Rico, the football, American football. But yeah, this one's already inked and ready. It's already been gessoed and fixed. This is using my new combination of ink. What I put you guys, which is a mix of. I gotta get into the habit of not shaking my bottles of ink over my artwork. Um, this is whatever I have remaining in these bottles of Bombay Black, Doc Martens Bombay Black, and this here, this this Japanese calligraphy ink that's been really like that came out really sharp, and I was very happy with the way it looked for the first time doing it. Using my brush pens, I filled I filled the reservoir up for my brush pens on all of them. So the heck with it, I didn't care. I removed what was inside and filled them up. Oh, thanks for the compliment on the ink. I'm still kind of, so I was hiding a lot of my deficiencies with inking because I was painting, and you can be a bit more expressive with the paint. So I was avoiding a lot of cross hatching and like rendering like that. Like even some of this, it looks pretty cool, but it's really inconsistent in my eyes from what I need to practice and work on. Uh, some of the stuff is inconsistent in a way it's going with or across the grain. This came out really nice. That came out okay. Uh, and I kind of like, I wanted to feather, but then I went kind of harsh. Like I need to have, I need to work on my rhyme and reasoning when I do my inking and not just throw it out there. Not get lost in the painting process of hiding what I can't do by using my brush. Not because I did it, but that sharp line just on the bicep. When you say chef kiss, that right there to me. Um, and when I paint it, I want to maintain that form. So anyway, that's kind of like the idea. But thank you. I really appreciate that compliment. Then I did. So that was that one. Then I did Misty Stone. I erased the hand because in terms of foreshadowing, no, foreshadowing is storytelling. For shortening, if she is standing over you like it's supposed to be, if I adjust it for the camera, that fist needs to be bigger. Yeah, it'll look weird, um, but visually is the way to go. It's the correct way to do it. So I erased it. I erased it during the stream because there was two young artists, and I wanted to emphasize to them that it is okay to erase and to work with correcting mistakes and doing things. And if I would have kept it, it would have bothered me forever. But being able to have the confidence to say no, I can go ahead and even just from right here, I'm gonna have to change the positioning and everything just so that that fist can look the way it's supposed to. Anyway, so that's the other one. This was the third one I did. So this is when I started changing, and this has already been. This is the copy. I'm gonna ink right over this. This is copied over, but in a cool twist, I actually sent this to Chuck Chuck Gibson, who is a or who was a is a professional comic book inker, and I'm ready to have my face melted with how he, a professional inker, comic book inker, who's worked with Wildstorm and Image Comics, and who's inked professionals and like that. That'd be really cool to see. I can't wait to see that. So I might not. I want to ink it. What's up, Saboteur? I want to ink it, but I would love to see how he does it. And there's no timeline or deadline, so I might end up forgetting about it, and then he'll remind me by sending it to me. And I can't wait to see that. It's gonna be great, great. And now my spawn. Not and my blade and spawn. The fun part has been after doing this one is trying to figure out what would be some really funny or sarcastic or even just ironic crossovers. Seb, for the Green Lantern and Steel, the OG himself, Chuck Gibson's gonna ink it. So Choboy, as soon as he was like, I kind of was like, I don't remember who said it. I don't know if it was Wayne Gretzky or Michael Jordan that said, "You miss every shot you don't take." So I had it in my mind that I wanted to make it look as close to comic book artwork as humanly possible, which is why I kind of cleaned it up as much as possible. And I kind of like DM'd him and was like, "Hey, would you, maybe would you be interested? You can tell me if it sucks. You could tell me to go kick rocks, leave you alone, and unfriend me and unfollow and block me." But he said no, send it to me, and I'm like, so. Rob Norton asked, and I sent him to do guts. Have you guys seen my guts drawing? He asked while I was still working on it. He was like, "Hey, would you mind sending that to me so I can make it?" So I'm excited about that as well. And yeah, Wayne Gretzky is the hockey guy. Loida Marquez, I love you back. Mama, everybody say hello to my mama. Be nice to my mama. It's my mama. Blade and Spawn. Yeah, I'm surprised though. I'm surprised there was no crossover. It kind of like sells it. And with Image doing their crossover right now, where they, oh man, no, they doing it. Who are they doing it? Is Image crossing over with both Marvel and DC? Because I've been seeing Spider-Man with Image, Spider-Man with Invincible, but I've also seen like Deadpool and Batman. That makes sense. I'm not seeing things right. Yeah, Mom Dukes. Mom Dukes gets the shout out. Shout out. But I'm gonna go. I'll grab they done it before, so it would be dope. An Image. I can't speak this afternoon. A Blade and Spawn. So after doing those two, I've been kind of trying to find ironic or humorous crossovers, and so if you guys have any in mind, and it could be even from DC and Marvel. I was thinking of doing Static Shock, Static Shock, and Cloak from Cloak and Dagger. Plus, I want to get old and obscure because I think that might be kind of cool. I don't like that I keep doing that, so I gotta close it up. Yeah. Oh, and sub. I'm also doing. I sent some pencils to Doug Bacon, uh, who is an amazing inker as well, artist period. But I sent him a few to see if he was interested. Also, uh, he didn't tell me which ones he was going to either. So I'm just gonna do. I'll let him decide which one. If they're worthy of his time, I'll appreciate it. Yep. So I don't know if I'll do it soon after this, considering all the cape involved in this one. But Cloak's cape would be a little bit different, a bit more flowy, and instead of having in the right place, instead of having dagger, it'll be static shock, which will be kind of interesting considering him being a kid. They're both kids. I mean, Cloak's story, his original story, not what they tried to do in the short-lived TV show. But yeah, one of the things that I wanted to do this year was collaborate with artists, man, with as many as I could, if possible. Meet as many and collaborate with as many. Like I haven't painted in almost a month. I'm trying to have Saboteur send me something so I could paint it. But he'd probably be afraid to send me anything that he that he has so I can paint. Yeah, man. I know. I understand too. I know you're all busy. You're all busy. You're doing a ton with your book, man. So I'm not trying to throw anything at you. I'm busting your chops, and I'm inviting you to for us to do something. But I respect your time, man, and what you're doing. So, but yeah, man, let's put a pin on it. I'm serious. Where is it? Let me show you guys my guts. So while I was in the middle of drawing this one, that's the one that Rob asked. Man, I hate looking at some of these after you go, yeah, it looks good. I made his hand too small. I'll ask him if he can fix it. Seb says, I'm not doing anything at the moment except marketing and fixing my marketing. Nah, man, that's work. That's work, man. So I hear you. I feel you. So I wasn't even finished, and I was showing some progress stuff, and Rob said he'd love to do it, and I'm like, heck yeah. All of these are scanned in anyway, and I'm going to print these all out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And then I sent the ones I sent uh, duck duck bacon were Savage Dragon, Juggernaut, and Beta Ray Bill. I was just looking at his work on IG, and I said, man, his work over my pencils would look crazy, would look amazing. So, like I said, every shot you don't take, you miss. So, I think we both expressed interest in doing some type of collaboration. So, hopefully, this thing works out and it works out well, and he gets something that he wants to throw on my side, which I would love to do. So right now I'm just kind of just showcasing pencils, and eventually I'm going to start moving to inks as Ike was asking earlier. So I'm going to do a few of these, get them ready, and ink them all up near the end of the month, beginning of March, and then pick a few and paint them. And I think that'd be kind of cool to be able to go through the lives throughout the year and see the stuff go through the processes, all the processes. And like I showed this earlier, no days off, no days off. And that was a sticker I did. Where are you? Of Gohan. You can't see it there. Can I turn off this light? Of Gohan that I did in watercolor off of a image of Toriyama. See, this figure I'm looking at of Spawn is black, but I think he's red inside. I'm just gonna take a quick look. I'll share with you guys what I'm looking at also. So y'all won't be like, ooh, he's cheating. I look at reference. Did I say I was going to ink spawn and yes. Once I'm done with all the pencils and it's sharp, I'm gonna scan it in, and the same way I did this one here. This is, like I said, this is the scanned version, scanned and printed in blue line. And I don't mind that I can still see it. I could probably lower the opacity a bit more. But Manuela 6291 says, "Wow, here and cool." Thank you, thank you, Manuela. Appreciate that. Hey, you see his suit? You guys don't see? Okay, in the vertical, he had red, but there's another suit here. It's all in black, but I think that might be a different. Anyway, I don't really care. This one. So Should I keep penciling it to emphasize that it's black? So that means I messed up here. I'll have to figure out a way to do the inside of the suit, which is red, and block it on this one. And then I'll have to go across the grain so that it won't distract from the horizontal lines. That's in the inside. This is going to be an opening, so I'm going to leave some lighting in there. And gents and ladies, the style of inking I'm going to do for those is going to be traditional comic book inking. So I have some brand new crow quills that I'm going to use. And I have a few. I have some calligraphy ones with the flat edge. And I'm going to be using these Windsor and Newton brushes. Series 7 hoity-toity brushes. Which everywhere you look, they go, these are the ones. So, watch me break it now. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do it. Seriously? Okay. Go mío. So, I'm curious how this is gonna. I mean, I've already inked with brush with my Pentos. As you guys saw, the Black Panthers in brush. So, but with this, it'll be professional quality instantly. Yeah, sure. Ike, if you're still in the chat, have you used quill pens or those type of just dip brushes to do your inking? And I ask you guys if you guys aren't familiar with Ike from Ike's Design. He's on my horizontal feed, so if you're on the vertical and you want to pop over to the horizontal so you can see the full table. Uh, Ike from Ike's Design is an amazing artist. He's used flat calligraphy pens, uh, brush pens, and gone amazing work. He's done amazing work. So, and some of his recent stuff has been with ink. So I was curious if he inked with quills before. I lost this arm, which means I'm gonna have to. No dip pens before. Don't know if you have the patience. Um, you know the at first when I've tried to use the ink pens before, I've used them before. Uh, the novelty is fun, but it is short lived. Because you'll sit here and you'll get your ink on and you go, wow, that is beautiful right there. And then you step back from it all and you go, oh, I got all this stuff and that took 3 hours. That's an exaggeration, of course, but it is time consuming, but it is satisfying, but it is time consuming. But I think it's kind of cool just to be able to be like, yeah, I did that. And I've done it before. I've never done a full page. I've never done anything this big with a quill pen. Uh, I have inked in my paintings. Had you guys seen my Cyclops was all done in the Pentel. My Phoenix, all those other drawings. So we shall see, man. I don't know if that works. It's okay. He kind of gets lost in there, but this is mainly to get my oh yeah, this is the boom boom room. The horizontal is the boom boom room. I might be. I would hate to do that, but when you're a struggling artist and you need that cash, maybe the horizontal stream will be members only. But for now, it's free for everyone. All right, so what I'm gonna do, seeing how Spawn gets lost in there, I'm gonna use the eraser and give him some highlights on certain spots. Shoulder. And I'm looking at the last image of Spawn, just so I can see where they kind of like put in those highlights. But it's kind of like generic spots for highlights, the generic comic book highlight. But it'll work for what we're doing. Hey, Saboteur, if you're still jamming there, when you're drawing, do you envision the inking, or do you just worry about the ink, the pencils, and worry about the inks when it's time to ink? Does that question make sense? Oh, I appreciate that dagger. You're doing the Lord's work. helping a fellow artist out. Thank you. All right, where is my spawn face? I like to think of it as the inks are defining what I didn't see before. I can see that. Like, and I only asked that because as I was doing the highlighting part, and I know with the pencils is getting lost a bit, but my mind just saw what it would, the potential of what it looks like inked, and then a part of me wants to go, oh, then paint, then draw it like you was going to ink it, and I know it's two different things. So there has been certain drawings that I've done where I've thought of the inking process while I was drawing, and would complete the drawing that way. Let me just close these. Don't mind me. Come on, baby. That'll work. Hopefully. See, now I get front lit. D Graves. What's up, D Graves? This piece gets you so excited. He's so excited. How you doing, man? Where did I see? Uh, you just commented on something recently. Was it this? But I appreciate that. Your name, it just looks absolutely familiar to me, so it must have been recently. Well, welcome. Can I? I have to show you guys something now. 1 second. I guess at times too, I do think of where the spot black ink will be, which I would like to get better at. I see what you're saying. Yeah, like yeah, the spotting black part. Yeah, I feel you though, because I kind of like it's fluid when we're doing it. Just get the shape in there and then see what happens after. Bring it to life with ink. One of the worst things that I was doing after yesterday's stream, I was overthinking this blade. So I'm glad I kind of kept it the way it is and just added the sponge cape kind of wrapped around us. And even that's kind of neutered. It is what it is. But I couldn't quite. I'm gonna move this up so you guys can see what I was thinking. I was going to try line up his face. I wasn't going to change the face. I was just using this to measure where it was. I was going to do that to his arm. So maybe you guys, I should put a poll out there. Should I have drawn it with the arm, with a sword? Because I didn't really plan out the composition as well as I should have. What do you think? Arm? So, yeah, so I started to like, and then a part of me said to myself, well, you could always, when I scan this in, I could always move blade a bit, either shrink or enlarge blade, move them, and then add the arm. She said, of course you would say to add the arm. Because it would mean more work. Right? Uh, it was eating me, man. It was eating me alive for last night and today before the stream. I was just thinking about it. so so I'm gonna have to do A, cover B. Finish that, scan it in. Yeah, I know. Like I said, this is this the with the cape was kind of like neutered there. So I'm gonna finish this, and then when I scan it, I'll leave myself space and scooch up the blade there and add the arm. Ah, you know what? It'll be a variant cover. Bam! 90s style. Make money by making 5 different covers. Right? That's what the OGs taught us. The OGs taught us make as many covers as you like. That's another piece. Another thing I want to do eventually. 2-page spreads and a full 2-page front and wraparound cover style. That would definitely challenge the old the old knuckle. 90s, anything is peak. Oh yeah, everything was attitude and shoulder pads. All right. So I'm gonna use this part. I'm gonna do the opposite. D Graves, if you're still on the vertical chat, I have I'm also simultaneously streaming on a horizontal. So if you want to jump over on that as well, you'll get to see the whole table, and there's another chat going on over here as well. The vertical stream, as much as I appreciate it, is kind of like for the doom scrollers. And then if they want to commit some time, I always encourage them to switch over. This is the old me, the smudge. That's a great title for a book. Attitude and shoulder pads, right? Attitude, shoulder pads. Ooh, we better copyright that before Mitch and Rob Norton take it. Dude, it's right here. I gotta give Doc his props. I'm about halfway. It's actually a really good read. It's a quick read, um, but it doesn't mean that the how can I put it? It's a quick read, meaning that it's not daunting to get through. It's actually really entertaining. So, and I love noir. I love that era of storytelling and those detective stories. He got me peaked, man, to do. I would love to try to do a cover for this. Not that this is a bad cover, but that's just kind of how inspiration works. And seeing this, I've been wanting to do a noir style detective cover, fake cover for a long time. And seeing this kind of like fed that inspiration. So I got to give him props. I wonder if he did it. I'm going to ask him. Hopefully, I can in any nearby any stream, live stream. I'll try to hit him up. Also, Seb, dude, I gotta figure out how you do chains, man. You make it seem so flawless or easy. I hate chains. Oh, you hate them now. I did an old ink drawing of Ghost Rider and Wolverine, right? And I thought, oh man, it'd be so cool to have the chains as the comic book border, and it'll be around the border around uh, Ghost Rider, and then it'll break apart the closer it gets to Wolverine. Boy, did I friggin' regret all of those chain links. Uh, do I have it? Give me a second. Uh, During a cleaning session a couple years back, I found some old comic books. That's not one of them. And I was redoing found some comic books and some microns and went to town. This is all from Eric Larson when he took over Spider-Man duties after McFarlane. I messed up his face. I was feeling the face in these in the shadows, and then I kind of like transferred it over to that, and it did not work. but I had committed, but not that one. Yeah, and this was me doing after text. But I was feeling myself after I did the chain here, and I was like, I. It's just his work is just so chaotic, and I'm just amazed at the amount of work that he puts in there. When I first started comics, I didn't like Larson at all. I was such a fanboy for the big three of McFarlane, Liefeld, and Lee. Then when I started seeing Larson's work, I was like, meh, it's not McFarlane enough. Um, I didn't really even dig Savage Dragon when it first came out. It was only after that I got to really appreciate the stuff that he was doing. Um, it's very funny that him and John Byrne have whatever beef they got, but his work mirrors a lot of what John Byrne used to do. To go figure. And I'm a fan of John Byrne, so maybe that's it. But yeah, this this was the chain that I started, and your boy drew it really small, and then just I gave up. But yeah, man, looking at his Vault edition of Savage Dragon, it's so good, man. But just seeing the way he would do his pencils and seeing how he holds the pencil. My, I don't know why I kept these, but just using this figure. That is great. You love the idea of Eric being really picky about who can draw the dragon right. Like the dragon is a Dorito chip with little legs and a fin. Yeah. Dragon is huge, man. And I thought I was exaggerating when I drew my version of him. I think that it just came down to appreciating the amount of work that these people put through. These artists put in their work, you know. Hey, I used Mo Howard from the Three Stooges as my Guy Gardner. I think that's funny. There's some stuff in here I just gotta chuck. I love this Batman learning how to kiss. Chains. Goes here and then drops. Seb, that piece that you were drawing the other day, uh, you inked right over your blue pencils. Did I see that right? He said a Dorito. Ah, this is coming along. So I was wondering, maybe you guys can help me out with these crossovers. I'm trying to figure out who would be a black female hero that's a powerhouse, like physically strong, and I can't think of any. They don't have. Do they not have any? I was thinking of Monica Rambeau, but I don't think she's considered a powerhouse in that sense. Not even villains. I can't recall. I mean, I could Google it, but creative ambitions. How are you, Susan? Spider-Man and Electro. Yeah, but I would so the Miles Morales Spider-Man would work because I'm still trying to go. I'm sticking to the Black History Month. Oh, Debris. Do I know Debris? What was what was Savage Dragon's uh his girlfriend's name? Oh, what the hell was her name? For real, what the hell was her name? Debris. I was also thinking of doing something with Amanda Waller. 'Cause that lady's just made, man. Oh, you're right. Jamie Foxx played him. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Thanks. Yeah, I was thinking of Vixen. There was another character as well. Amanda Waller one. Wow, man. I could do Bishop. I think I may have already done him. I wanted to do Luke Cage because he's cool. Rapture. No, was that her name? No, Rapture. Rapture. Was that her name? What was the porcupine-looking broad from the show? I think you're right though. Let the googling begin. It has to be Rapture. The one that was killed was Jennifer Murphy. Debbie Harris. Hmm. Maxine. I forgot that Spike character. Yeah. Was she not Rapture? I guess it's his second girlfriend. Jeez, I don't know how to ask this question. You know what? She's in there somewhere. Can't remember her name. I guess she can't be in the show. I'm just surprised that there isn't that many that stand out. My wife mentioned Nubia, who was the an Amazonian from Themyscira. Well, it's that time for the requisite to say that that is my cat. She's not in danger. She's just deaf. She's loved. She's taken care of. She's just singing. Yeah, Susan, I was thinking the same thing, and then there should be definitely more. Well, I know that uh, there's another Green Lantern, but I think he's from the Middle East. But yeah, I am surprised myself that there isn't that many. Considering. Yeah, I know there's a lot. It's just I can't seem to like they escape. They escape my memory. There was that one girl from the X Men too, which is I mean, if it ain't Storm, yeah, Power Man, of course. Luke Cage, Storm. I'm not gonna use Maggot. Uh, Bishop, Monet, M, Cecilia Reyes. She's Spanish. Yeah, man. And Philip, we was also trying to figure out female villains or heroes, and the only one that for me that came to mind was Amanda Waller, and that can't be right. And but that's because she's so impactful. I'm just gonna do this, and I'll use the eraser to highlight what I need. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know how easy the blue must, or how difficult to be able to focus on the blue. Do we make his eyes blue here, or in the color? Apparently, I have less blue than red cones in my eyeballs. All right, now I'm gonna have to elaborate on Blade's shoulder tattoos. Basically, had tribal tats. Bleed tribal Just need to see. This is so corny. I'll just wing it. No, I won't. Problem with this might get lost in the tendrils of Spawn's cape. And let's make sure to ink them better. All right, here we go. Plus, I think the Peanut Gallery wants me to redo his arm anyway. Yes, but it's kind of interesting, Susan, that I'm using this pencil when, in fact, when I scan it into the computer, it really doesn't matter. If I was to use a graphite pencil, I can make it look like the non-photo blue, like this one in here, which may be difficult for you to see also, but this is the scanned version of my blue pencil. And all I did was just make it a little more green. Um, all right. But I just been able to build on my figures a little bit better with the color pencil. I don't think I've been using it anymore for the purpose of photo color blue, considering that you can just convert graphite pencil to blue when because I won't ink the original. Yeah, originally it was just so that I could ink over it, and when I scan it, you can adjust the levels, and the it'll just be invisible. Technology. Just adding a little bit of texture to his leather, which I'm going to end up covering with an arm anyway. All right, I'm down to finishing up the pencils on blade. sure everybody sees it. I love my cat. She's bananas. What's up, Broadway? I think he has tattoos that go down his face, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep those lines for his face tattoos. Earring with a shine, cause he don't wear no fake jewelry. Have I done any sketch cards or even painted? Dude, I have not painted, Seb. I'm trying to think. The last thing I painted was the Conan portrait. So I am jonesing, man, to paint something soon. I'm not gonna keep it. So, but yeah, man, that's one thing that I've been kicking myself over lately. I've been putting a lot of focus on the pencil stuff. But I will. I think either next week or the week after, I want to do some paintings. Some little cards painted. Oh yeah, man. You know, I had bought watercolor um, postcards, and I think I used them all for swatches, or as I'm painting to use it as my rough. Uh, Philip Michael says, "I cannot wait to see this inked man. Love these characters." Me too, man. Uh, I'm about done with the pencils, so I'm definitely gonna scan this in and maybe not do so many more. Maybe do one more crossover cover, and then just start getting to work on some inking because I think some of these would look really good in some black inks. Denka3110 says hello. How are you, Denka? Denka, was you here when I was doing guts? No, you was here when I was doing Misty, I believe. Misty Stone. But Sad, that's not a bad idea. Start creating some sketch cards, some paint cards. All right. Yay or nay on the Blade Flavor Saver? I still got time to erase it. Artist trading cards. I like that. Susan, it's funny you mentioned that. I was going to join. The artist community has a postcard, um, like a oh, I don't even know how to explain it. Anyway, you put your name with a group of other artists. You get randomly chosen and sent to another artist in that list, and they create an original painting in a postcard and they mail it to you. But I don't know how comfortable people are sharing their email. So I know I wasn't, which is why I didn't do it. But I thought it was a good idea. But you get enough people, like in our community, I think that would be awesome. And it could be anything. To get a an ink drawing from Ike. Come on now. Or a watercolor piece, or a charcoal piece from you, or penciled and inked from Saboteur, and so on and so forth. And then we'll sell them online. No, I'm just kidding. Of the sketch cards. You know what we should do, Sab? We should send me that link. We'll get it and then we'll pretend like it was our idea. He'll be pissed. And we'll just call him about it. I wasn't gonna mention that when you brought it up. Yeah, baseball. These are the ones that Saboteur is referring to us would be small. I'm just creating random shapes on the other side. I don't think I'm gonna do anything here. Plus, if I do the variant cover, then that's his arm and sword are gonna be there. But yeah, I think what Omer got is really good. I think his momentum is kicking in. I think he might be feeling a little lulls, not that lull in I guess in the growing of his channel. But I think that his time is gonna come, and I I would hate for him, not that he has made that impression or anything, have it start eating at him. I know he's really pushing to get that G, 1,000 subs. I know I did. and thought that it defines you, but the uh, the amount of people that join him in his channel is pretty awesome. I and he does whatever he wants, which is commendable. I had a conversation early during my the growing of my channel where I was getting discouraged because I was chasing trends. I was chasing, oh, what's cool? What are people gonna like? And I wasn't really focusing on the stuff that I wanted to do. Like when I started my channel, it was to create a place where I don't see anybody doing this. I'm gonna do it and share it. Instead, I started chasing trends and likes, and it just became really sucky. And I spoke to a fellow artist, Julio Cesar Petrini, and he has a channel called Mind Sketch Studios. And I just reached out to him, and I was talking to him, and he didn't have to, but he was honest with me about uh, just the whole searching for success in that sense. Because I don't know if you guys know, and I'm pretty sure I tell you a lot. I am still unemployed. It'll be a year. It'll be my unemployment anniversary. And my goal was to make my channel, and still is, to get monetized so that YouTube can pay me to do this and share it with you guys, with everyone. And that's still my goal. But the the other stuff, the hunting for it, really made it sucky. And he had some very sage words to share with me, and I took him to heart. But one of the main things that he said was, do you, boo boo. Basically, do what you want to do, and if you there are people out there that are looking for that same type of content, they will find you. And I think that's kind of like where, in my opinion, where Omer's at. I think he gonna get it. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing him, his success, and yours, man, and yours, Susan, and yours, Charlie, and yours, Ike, Philip, my friend, all of you guys. And where's the gentleman D Graves as well? He got a channel. He drew a really cool looking blade. I think maybe a year ago. But yeah, back to that. Sketch cards. Let's do it. As I digress. Susan said it's a hard balance to strike. I tried to stick with making videos. I like to watch myself and hopefully others. And it's true. The stuff you've come out that has seemed more natural. Not the other stuff was not natural, but I think we kind of I'll speak for myself like that. When I made it a plan not to be a character, um, but then I started feeling like I was becoming a character, and that bummed me out. um, as much as I enjoy doing my narrative content, because that I believe is how I was able to communicate, and it was more because of being shy and not confident enough to be able to speak to you guys the way I am right now. I gotta remember my camera's here, but your comments are over here. Uh, that I thought the narrative way was to go, because you could be a bit more creative, or you could be a bit more intimate with what you say, because you could take your time. But then, I didn't want to become a character. Not that I was that's where I was heading. I Seb, I appreciate you, bro. I will definitely see you later. If you get a chance, send me the link where you got those cards, and then we'll the next time we join his stream, we'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I came up with this idea." Anyway, enjoy your lunch, bro. Enjoy dinner. I gotta do the same. My line's tight. I don't know what this is supposed to be on the left hand side, but it kind of looks cool. It looks cool. And I'll do the same here. If you guys are wondering about this music, about this channel, where's my stuff at? This is from Jason Lewis. Is on there. Jason Lewis, Mind Amend is for ADHD focus. If you had headphones on and was listening to this channel, there's certain frequencies that the music and some other notes are playing to help with the left side of your brain. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm booping and bopping here, but I'm trying to get this thing done. Susan says, or creative ambition says, I should say that. You definitely have a gift for narrating. I like the variety. I appreciate it. And those narrative videos, they take a while. Um, and a lot of editing. They usually start at 30, 40 minutes. And then as I listen over, I start getting bored, and I start getting bored, and I start trimming it down. And trying to truncate and truncate and truncate and edit and edit. I don't narrate live, so I do write it down, and then I try to write down what I want. Uh, and I tried to remember also what I was feeling as I was drawing, because it helps. A lot of my videos are about the feels, because I would rather explain how the I'm sorry, the why than the how. Because I think as artists, we could all figure out, we could all kind of like reverse engineer how somebody does something. But I think that if you share with somebody the why you did it, where your mind was at, how it made you feel, or what you was trying to convey through feeling, I think people end up something like that, something like that. That might have been too much. see. Let me see. I'm just looking at it on the playback, making sure it looks okay, and you guys can see the whole piece. I definitely did not make his power perfectly symmetrical. I think it really shows how much work you put into it. It seems like you're enjoying this format. I think I do. I think I do. I like the instant communication with people. Uh and it's as you know, we're always alone in our art. And I didn't want to be alone anymore. Oh, I didn't want to be alone in my art anymore. And and there's no place to hide here. You know, if anybody, there's always somebody, and not that that's why I do it, but there's always somebody that, oh, you didn't do that, you didn't do this, you didn't that. As artists, we're always being challenged of what we can and can't do, and there's always a critic, no matter what. And even in here, somebody, I think in one of my Hope paintings, unsolicited advice how bad something was, and I was like, okay, but this is quicker to you're showing in real time, and I think that's more engaging. But I think what I'm going to start doing is I didn't do it for this one, but I'm going to record these live streams and just re repost them as time lapse, and not creating a false narrative, but kind of like talking about what I was thinking, what I'm thinking now, actually, while I'm drawing this and talking, because they're two different things. Change that pants. His. I have to bring up. You remember? See, and it's things because it's meaningless, but it lives rent free. It's rent free. But that's okay. I I did a drawing. I did a painting of Goku, of Dragon Ball Z, and even in the video, I criticize it. I criticize the fact that I didn't take my time. I know what I did wrong, and the dude responded with it. What do you say? It's sacrilegious. My version was sacrilegious. And I was like, sacrilegious in a good way? He said no, not sacrilegious in a good way. I had to ask though, and make sure, clarify. But it does. The ignorant stuff does live rent free. Unfortunately, unfortunately. See, that's not cool. On one of your videos or like your community posts, buttheads. Rent free, man. I tell you. There was one guy. Oh yeah, I think it was a guy. I tried to draw a and paint Bruce Lee, and he just straight put terrible in Spanish, so you know it was bad, really bad. I'm like, damn, bro. Not even, not even an attempt at constructive criticism, just terrible. Charcoal girl, only one of her eyes didn't belong on her. Oh, jeez. Wait, he said what now? Apparently, one of her eyes didn't belong on her. Oh, okay. Well, maybe he was into Cyclops. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I will, and I know this is not healthy. I'll go and oh yeah, and I'll go and see if they have a channel, and there'll be nothing in their channel. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's so funny. I'm just gonna keep it in mind, I guess. All right, all right. I want to mess around with texture. What's up, LeMay? What is it? Saying only once did I have another artist do it. Shadow 48. Yeah. You know, art is it really is subjective. Um, and you don't have to like everything. My thing is that if you see that they're putting effort, then it's good art. Period. That's how it is for me. Period. Because if that person's skill level is that skill level, but you see that they're putting in that work, then it's good. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And that might be, I don't know. I don't think it's disingenuous to me. I really do feel that way. I mean, I had sucky art for a long time. I still create the sucky art. Yeah, I could say the worst things about my art. Just, yeah, just be nice. Good gravy. It's the keyboard professionals though. They can go kick rocks. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna do. I'm just gonna do some cross hatching so I can make his the rope, the belt on his carabiner stand out. And I've been here and that might be the last thing. And I think it's done. I'm gonna sign it somewhere. Uh, Maybe emphasize some lines on Spawn because it does. The one thing that I notice about these pencils is that yes, you can build up, but the more you draw and the more you move around, you're basically wiping away the color, whatever the wax is. So it just seems to gradually, as you draw, get softer and softer. I'm just looking at my playback, my head, because that's looking alright. That looks like a cover. All right, where was I? Carabiner, and then I'm going to sign it, and I can clean this up after. And then the next time you guys see it, it'll be ready to ink. Maybe when I get them all ready, I'll put a poll up and see which one you guys want to see inked first. Some interactive television, right? Isn't what all of this was supposed to be for? Just be nice, man. This was rope. Look at the old man glasses slipping, slipping. Diamond ear. This have to be shadow, and I think this is shadow. But you guys, I think that is it for today. I think it came out pretty good. I'm actually going to. Uh, I'm gonna make if and when I paint this, I'm gonna make sure. Well, I'm gonna put red dots inside his shades to emphasize his eyes. And I'm going to do as if he just turned around quickly. That effect. Maybe it'll read, maybe it won't. It's more like an animation effect. It may not read. Who cares? I could always erase it. Muscles, muscles. I'm going to have to sharpen up his tattoos. And I think that's it because I think I'll just keep noodling. Absolutely, Susan. Thank you. And you're right. Keep making art no matter what anybody says. Y'all can come in here and do it here. It's a safe place. If you want critique, ask and I'll give it. I'll be honest. If you don't, I'm still going to sit here and I'm going to appreciate what you do. Because nobody does it the way you do it, and nobody will. All right. So I think that's all. That's all that's left here to do. Clean up the whites, even though I don't know if it's gonna get any brighter because of the way this pencil is. But I think that's it. I think that is my Spawn Blade Spawn crossover cover. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Uh, if you've been here, hit that like. If you haven't, hit that subscribe. I do this all the time. Anyway, my name's Mello. This is Art to the Round Table. God bless you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna let the music play it out. If I can take it off.